There we go. Now we in there. All right, my fault, my fault. Namaste. Namaste, namaste to you. Great rising, grand rising. All right, guys. So now we're live on YouTube, live on IG, and really quick, the purpose of this stream is pretty much just to show you the dominance, right? The dominance of Bitcoin. So we're gonna pull up this dominance chart here and kind of figure out what's going on. What we're going to show is why, you don't need to get too worried, get too scared. You don't want to FOMO out of the market. You don't want to be selling your positions right now unless you're going to do what I described in another video where you swap, where maybe you swap out and then you buy back in for the dip. But what we're going to show right now is just Bitcoin's dominance. So give me 1 second. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart, and you can see the dominance is at 41%. 41.17, right? That's what this number is. 41.17. And this is Bitcoin against the total market cap of cryptocurrency. So if we go back here, we can see Bitcoin's dominance, right? 40.1. And what's it say right here? 41.16. So pretty close. There's a little difference, but pretty much that's what we're showing. Bitcoin's dominance is at 41%. And if you look on coinmarketcap.com, you'll also see Bitcoin's dominance at 40.1. Why does this matter? Why does this matter? The reason why this matters is because when Bitcoin is going down, that gives the market less confidence. It gives the cryptocurrency market less confidence in buying into cryptocurrency, right? If people think Bitcoin is going down and it's the highest, it's the biggest asset, as Bitcoin goes down, people are going to say, well, either let me take my money out and get back in once it finds a bottom floor, or let me just pull my money out and see what happens. So that's what causes the dominance to continue dropping. What we want to see is a trend reversal. We want to see either Bitcoin stay stagnant where it's at, which is right here. This is where we're currently at. We want to see it either stay stagnant and find a range, or we want to see a trend reversal and we want to see Bitcoin start to push up. Okay? So before that happens, we'll look at the actual Bitcoin chart. So again, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart, and it shows that Bitcoin is at 41%. And let me try to zoom in here best I can. 1 second. So again, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. It shows it's at 41%. And right now, we can see it's creating a floor. We need to find out, is it going to hold this floor level at around 40%? Or is it going to fall below the floor level, under 40% of the total dominance? Again, Bitcoin dictates the market. Bitcoin dictates the market, right? So we know if Bitcoin is going below its dominance of 40%, and that means another term they say Bitcoin is bleeding. If Bitcoin is bleeding and slowly dropping down, then we know the rest of the market is not going to be putting in new all-time highs. The rest of the market is either going to bleed with Bitcoin or find its level floor and stay around that, right? So that'll give us a good idea of where we should put into our entries. We can start looking for entries into different coins the more Bitcoin's dominance drops. So this is why, again, I think technical analysis is so cool. It kind of, you can kind of slightly predict the future. No one is ever 100% correct. And this is all pretty much the stuff I've learned off of reading from the master investor Ian Dunlap. Shout out to you. Learn from EYL University and learn from YouTube. So reading, YouTube, and following Ian Dunlap, this is pretty much how I learned, these type of tools. So I'm going to try to teach them to you guys as well. And this is one of the first biggest important steps is understanding Bitcoin's dominance in the cryptocurrency total market cap. All right. So I think I said that like 5 times straight. So let's get into actually what I'm talking about. So what I'm actually talking about is if we pull up just Bitcoin's chart now, this is Bitcoin's chart. And I drew a range that we needed to stay in for us to not start, panicking, right? The fear index is growing, so more people are becoming fearful of the market. The reason why people are becoming fearful of the market is because Bitcoin has fallen out of this box. It's fallen out of our range. You can see how it started to trend. Oops, there we go. You can see how it dropped here, right? So it dropped here, and then it's been bouncing right on that line I drew. And if you don't know what line I'm talking about this purple line that you see here, as well as this purple line you see here. It runs all the way straight across, perpendicular across the chart. So this purple line, which is the bottom of this black box, we saw that Bitcoin fell below that. And when Bitcoin fell below that, that created our fear index to grow higher and higher. So as Bitcoin continues, or if Bitcoin continues to fall below that level of $48,433, or around that level. I'm still learning charting, so I may not be exactly perfectly correct, but that's about the level we're looking for. If Bitcoin continues to stay below that level, look for it to go all the way down to this level down here. And the level down there, we'll go ahead and put on a horizontal line, and that's about 45,000, right? So which means if people are already scared now and fearful now, when Bitcoin is just outside of this box and barely outside of this box, then that means if Bitcoin continues to drop and it drops down to that 45,000 level, then people are definitely going to be scared. So look for your other coins to start going down with it as well. So you don't necessarily need to be scared when you understand these types of things, right? When you can understand why it's dropping. Again, it's just the Bitcoin dominance dropping. And you can understand why your other coins are dropping. It's just, again, because of Bitcoin dominance. So once you know that and you can ease your fears, you can start doing the smart thing. And you can start looking for entries. Right? Now we can start looking for entries of different coins. Because we know that if Bitcoin continues to drop, then our other coins, our Polygon is very popular right now. We know that Polygon just put in all-time highs at around $1.90. And currently it's sitting at $1.64. I gave out the entry for Polygon, and I'll give it out again here. It's $1.33. Now that's your current entry price, $1.33. But that can change depending on what? I just said it like 15 times, so hopefully you know. Depending on Bitcoin's dominance. So if Bitcoin's dominance, again, continues to fall down to that 45K level, then that will cause our other altcoins, alternative coins, it'll cause them to fall as well. And that's a great buying opportunity. Again, the smart money will start looking for entries as Bitcoin's dominance falls. All right, so I just wanted to make that quick video, let you guys hopefully ease some of your fears. Give you an entry here on Matic Polygon. Great layer 2 solution for Ethereum. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me look into the IG really quick, see if we have any questions. Boom. Hard to see the screen on IG. It's a side view of the screen. Yeah, I know. That's why I said I'm live on YouTube. So YouTube would be a lot easier to see the screen. But yeah, IG, it kind of is what it is. Hey, there we go. I moved to YouTube. Exactly. Perfect. I see 42,900 near the 200M moving average on a daily. Sergio, let's see what Sergio said. I see 42,900-ish near the $200-day moving average on a daily. All right, so I'm on a daily right now for Matic, but let's see what I was on. I'm on a 4-hour for Bitcoin because I'm watching right here to see what happens. So he said he sees a 42,000 on the daily. So let's move over to the daily, check out what Sergio sees, because maybe we can see the same thing. Again, I'm talking right now about more so immediate, what the immediate thing that could happen over the next few days. So Bitcoin's dominance over the next few days, that was my 45K mark. But obviously, as the days go down and as the days dwindle and we see what happens, then in 2 or 3 days we come back in, we reevaluate, we look at Bitcoin's dominance again, and if let's say if Sergio was right or Serge was right, and it does go down to the 42K level, then once we get to the 45, we would come back in and reassess, right? We would come back in And we would do the same thing. We would say, okay, boom, now it's in this new range. Now it's in this new level, and it's staying in here. Now we got to figure out where the next level is. So he's 100% right. You do want to look at the daily and the higher time frames. Always when you're starting out charting, that's how you should start looking out, so you can find out the trend that it's currently in. But if you don't do that, you're going to make mistakes, because you're not going to know whether we're in an uptrend or downtrend. So first do that, get the bigger macro picture, and then you can come in and try to find your micro picture. So 42K will put us here. So let's draw a line at 42K. So that would be our range, including what Serge told us, which is pretty correct, right? Because if we pull this, make it a little bit bigger, we take this line out and we draw new lines, and we're on a daily chart. So that means every new candlestick will be 1 day. So if this is today, and we're at the top right here, we're at $48,094, then we would get, whatever happens today. Let's say we end the day at a low for the day of 45.11, right? 45.11. And then the next day, so let's just say we get a candle that goes here. It's an ugly candle. And then the next day, let's say we get a candle that goes here. Next day, candle here, candle here, candle here. And let's say this candle has a big wick. So that just means we just continue to watch, right? Once it falls down to this new level, 42, then we would find our next level. And we continue to watch, and we would continue to monitor. And what we're basically looking for is we're looking for a floor. We're looking for a base point that eventually Bitcoin will find a home, and it'll sit right on a bottom layer, right? So it'll just sit perfectly still, like right on top of that line. Sorry, those are bad drawings. Let me do that better. So what we want to happen is for Bitcoin to find a home, find a little base layer. And once it can sit on a floor and not go below it, then we want it to stay on that floor, and we want it to then start to rise. So that's what we would be looking for, right? We want it to sit on this floor a couple days and then start to rise. And again, if it falls below the floor, then we just do the same thing, but we just find out where its new floor will be. And that's how you just stay up to date. So you stay up to date with the dominance. You know, if the dominance starts falling below 40.68, then the rest of the altcoins, then the rest of the altcoins will fall as well, right? So Bitcoin's been down. Most of these coins up here have been down. We got strong from Cardano, but if you look at most 7 days averages, they're pretty much down. We got some growers, which is awesome. Matic is a beast. But overall, the market, you see that there's more red than green. And the reason there's more red than green, again, is because of Bitcoin. So what we need to happen, if you do have an alternative coin, if you do have, a Matic, a Seller, Polygon, any of these alternative type coins, if you do have them, this is what you want to happen. We want Bitcoin to get back into this box and just hang out. We want Bitcoin to get back into this box and just chill out. And if it can do that, then that means it'll give more confidence in the market for other coins to hop in. And if there's other coins, give it more confidence in the market for the alternative coins to start making their run. Because if Bitcoin could stay above this level, the $48,433, if it can stay above that level, then what that'll do is it'll give confidence in the market for people to put their funds back into either Bitcoin or back into alternative coins, which will obviously grow the overall market cap, and then will give more money flowing into the altcoins, which will cause the prices to rise. But in this immediate term, while Bitcoin is testing these levels down here, I would watch out for it to go under $46,605. If it goes under that and it closes under that, then be aware that the dominance could continue to go down, which means the altcoins price will continue to go down. So just something to be aware of, just a way to kind of ease your fears and give you more knowledge on what to look for while you're in here. So that way, you can do two things. First, have the knowledge of, okay, it's going down for a reason. And second, have the opportunity to get into your positions, right? Like I just said, a buying opportunity for Matic would be $1.33. It's at $1.63. So if Bitcoin does bleed down for a few days and Matic drops to $1.33, then maybe you want to get into that position. You know, but again, before you did that, you would look on Bitcoin's dominance to see if it's all the way below this 40 level. Because if it goes below this 40 level, then it has to find a new floor. As you can see here, it's sitting on this floor, right? It's pretty much just sitting there hanging out. So if it goes below this level, we have to find another place that it's just going to sit and hang out at before we really make any decisions. So I hope that helps, guys. That's Bitcoin's dominance. If you could, don't forget to pay. Super appreciate that. As always, like, share, subscribe, all that. All right, peace out. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll probably be back on later.